My name is Mary Ann Schaefer, and I was a Lieutenant JG. I was transferred to Naval Training Center, Bainbridge, Maryland. And there was a dispensary there, and there were 9 nurses there. Most of the nurses were on their way to retirement from there. And I was the youngest one, and I had a very dear friend who was about 8 or 10 years older than I was, and we formed a close friendship there. But all the nurses were close because there were 9 of us. So it was a nice group. I lived in the BOQ originally, and then I moved out into Havre de Grace, into an apartment there. She was Commander Arlene Hout. She was very nice to all of us, and encouraging and kind. I ran into her about 3 years after I was out of the Navy, and I had 2 children in the swings in a park, and I turned around and she was standing there looking, visiting with relatives or friends, I'm not sure which, I couldn't believe. But it was kind of neat to run into her in that situation. The fact is, it was a dispensary, so everything was pretty much in one place, and they had wards for different things in this one small area. And we did have to transport via ambulance to Philadelphia when there was something serious going on. Well, when I did that, it was with moving children up there, of dependents, children, and I had to just take care of them on the way up, and usually try to keep them awake if that was necessary, and that kind of thing. And it wasn't a long trip, but it was very necessary to get them where they needed to be for their care. They were pretty well set up in, for this short, it was about an hour, maybe, an hour drive. So there wasn't a whole lot to do during the ride, and the driver was very experienced, and I was told that, I outranked the doctor, or the driver. I was told I outranked the driver, but I figured he'd been doing it a lot longer than I was, so we got along just fine. We made the delivery and came back to base.